Hi YouTube, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I've been going through some growing pains and I have realized that whilst the phone is handy, the phone is not useful for editing videos. So I'm going to try to stick to one-click wonders. So here it goes, all in one take. I'm just going to show you around and let you see my nice green yard. First off, we have my fig tree. Now in a previous video I showed you some damage from the microwave because it was sitting beside a microwave. Very sad. This is what happens when you stand close to a microwave. However, it's been outside. It has been doing wonderful. Nice fresh green leaves. This leaf was even growing around that leaf, so I had popped it out. Nice fresh brand new fig leaves. Very exciting. I think due to microwave damage, we will not be getting any fruit this year. But this thing has just been growing. It has really enjoyed our heat wave. Look at those nice fresh leaves. And then this stem started growing a little baby leaf too. Beautiful, very happy. Watering it often. This bucket drains nicely, so that's good. I think I watered 2 nights ago. We've been having a crazy heat wave, so I've been trying to water at night. And then across the deck into the great sunshine, we have our rosemary, our lavender, and our mint. I have been harvesting this mint, enjoying some nice tea. I even crushed some up with some ice. That was delicious. It was so hot. And then this one is growing. Now I can't see because it's so bright, so I don't see if you can see. Hopefully you get to see that. And then a new addition are these sweet potatoes my brother gave me. So I planted some in my bin down there as I had hoped for, and I just covered these in the bin. I don't have like as much space as I would love to, but the leaves are edible. So I've put some dirt in here. There is no drainage, so I will be careful to watch how much I'm putting in. And they will vine down, they will vine across, and I will eat the leaves. Hopefully I enjoy sweet potato leaves. And then we come down here to our wonderful puppies. See, another YouTube growing pain. Cover the license plate. Shoot, when the neighbor's not home, because I keep getting her license plate in the videos too. So, learn it as we grow. These are my black currants. They're not happy. They're doing well. I mean, they're growing. See, nice fresh leaves. But then there's all this black kind of... Okay, black leaves, black bark. So there's a couple things going on here. Caterpillars. There are mice. This is how they're getting in. I tried to block them. They're just digging down. So I'm sure they're eating roots, which is why all of this black stuff is occurring at the top. I don't know that for sure, but I would hazard a good guess. So I have been stabbing it, trying to deter them from being in here. And also the cat has been liking this area, and we keep her leashed right now. She's not fixed. We are in a city, and I'm sure that's pulling on the branches. I'm guessing the plant's not liking that. We did have some blooms. Oh, look at that. Oh, can you see that black currant? Focus, baby. Let's try this. No. No focus for you. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, isn't that exciting? I have learned that the currants only grow on last year's growth. So as it was just in a container last year, not much growth, but we are getting a lot more growth this year, so hopefully next year we'll have more currants. Very exciting. Okay, and as we continue on, there's my crazy puppies. Coco had a bath, but she needs a trim. sweet potatoes. Okay, so was going to grow nice pretty flowers on top of this. Not happening. You win some, you lose some. But look at those sweet potato leaves. They did go through a little bit of transplant shock, but they're looking good. Looking yummy. You know, like when I feel them, that feels like a real rough leaf. It's not like a soft, like a spinach leaf. So we'll see what comes of it. Come on, Coco Jojo. Come on. In the yard. Okay, so we'll continue on outside here. We have some tomatoes. I'm surprised these ones are doing good because there is hardly any soil in this bin and it is bone dry. Peppers filling out nicely. There's a lot more soil in this bin and it's not bone dry, so that's good. If we come over here, chamomile, look at these tomatoes. These tomatoes have shot up like a foot. Oh, I'm not sure. Do you see that right there? Right there. That's a tomato. And you can't see that one because there's a leaf in the way. That's another tomato. Very exciting. There's another tomato. There's another tomato. Lots of tomatoes. And then in behind, we have our sunflowers, which I think are kind of competing with the tomatoes. The tomatoes were taller, and then they jumped up. And then I did try to plant some here, but the people that take care of the yard thought they'd weed whack them for us, so that sucked. So I moved these ones over. They are growing tall enough for the buckets. Hopefully they'll get some nice blooms on. Very pretty. Okay, let's head in. I wonder if I can pause this for a second. Yay, it worked. Okay, we're in the gate. Hopefully just gotta do it up. Keep the dogs on the inside. Tomatoes. This one has a couple tomatoes. Oh, I'm so excited. Came out the other night. Everything was just wilting. Gave it a good watering. Look at these leaves. These leaves are cute. The way they come out, you get a tiny little leaf like that. And then it pushes itself out. Here's a good example here. See right there, you can see the little leaf, and it pushes out a big leaf. Kind of cute. These are my grapefruit. Planted from a grapefruit plant, so we don't actually know what we're going to get. And then, I don't know what, this is kind of new. Maybe it's just a new shoot. It's been growing so slowly. These are a year old, so it'll be interesting to see when they decide to do something more. They've grown a lot since they've been transplanted and moved outside. More peppers. Well, they're not doing much anything. But these are my zucchinis. And I wanted to come out here the other day when these were in bloom. They were so big, so colorful. That's okay. They're going to give us some nice fruit. Oh, we'll get some new ones coming up here too. So maybe they'll give us some nice pretty flowers. I was going to plant something in here, but I'm just going to leave it now. I should be like covering it. But that's okay. And then some chamomile got away from me last year. Look at that. A little bit of beauty growing up through this gravel driveway. I didn't harvest the tea though, which is kind of sad because now they're starting to go to seed. But I do have lots from last year, so that's fine. And then my potatoes. I wonder what it looks like inside this jungle. Let's dive in. Boom, boom, boom. It is very nice in here. Nicely shaded. Nice and moist. Pretty big. I don't see any potatoes yet. Okay, my weeds didn't make it through the hot spell. Chamomile going to seed. Look at that, eh? Spread the beauty. Peppers. Wow, these peppers going to town. They are big. The stalks are nice and big. They just like magic. I don't know how to get out of your shadow there. There we go. That's pretty big. for pepper, Northern Ontario, in a small pot. Probably not watered as well as it should be, but we're getting some pretty flowers. Nice. I'm excited for peppers this year. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lots of them. And then the tomatoes. I have been kind of taking the bottom stems off and taking the like this stem out if I see them or think about it. Not too worried about it though, because these things are doing very well for the limited amount of soil they're in. That's really nothing. I mean, obviously there's ground, but it's hard ground. Nothing exciting about that. And we don't need any new ones coming up. And then I've just been trellising them, like you can see where I'm pointing, with the little rope on the tie. Look, they just go up and up and up and up and up. Very nice. These ones get a lot more sun than the rest of them. Then we come over to our peas. Look at this. So pretty. I put this netting up. It was a hammock, but it didn't make the winter. So I'm hoping that they climb up onto that. Let's hook their little climbers on there. These beans, now I thought they were just bush beans. Maybe they are, what do I know? But they seem to be falling over. I think this is what's happening. The peas are attaching themselves. There we go. Okay, well, I gotta move along here. This is gonna be a pretty long video. Lots of peas, lots of beans, lots of pretty flowers. Very happy. Blank spot. Oh, I was putting the tomato stems on the ground here, drop and drop. I was terrified they were gonna root, but it's too hot for that. Swiss chard, just a rockin'. Don't think I've really eaten Swiss chard before. Nice shaded. The sun's right there. That's because of the deck behind me. And then these tomatoes. Now I was going to heavily prune them. And then I had that board. There was a board against the fence. And I guess a raccoon had gotten in. I wasn't home. Dogs went bonkers. And it knocked over a couple of tomato plants. So this one is hanging in there. But it was bent over. So I just buried it a little bit into the ground. Oh, it looks like it's doing good. This one I'll probably bury a little bit. It's leaning towards that stick. So if I could stake it up with that one, that'd be great. And then the one in the back was doing good. This one in the very back has been bent, but there's a couple blooms on it, so I'm just going to leave it. Swiss chard, basil. So in what I've seen online, they said to snip the top part off and it'll grow into 2 stems. So it looks like what's happening. Oh wow, does that smell good. And that it likes to grow in bunches together, which I didn't know. It's going well. This is the purple stuff. I think it's getting too much sun. But it is rather delicious. And I had a stomach ache the other day, so I came and just pinched a leaf. And it got rid of my stomach ache. I'm pretty sure this is more basil that I planted. Broadcasted it apparently all in one spot. That's okay. Over here, we have Swiss chard and spinach. Spinach is bolting. That's okay. That's the older shoots that I had bought, already grown. So we can just take that off. They can seed themselves. That would have been a good idea. And then I threw some new ones in there, but nothing much is coming up. And then my lettuce. Now, while I think this is a good place to plant the lettuce because there's plenty of shade and it is July. We just come through a hot spell. And it's growing good. Like, there's new ones coming up. I'm very happy with it. But this soil, as you can see, is pretty rocky. So this is where the worst part of my soil kind of ended up, which is fine. And I've been watering heavily with like a heavy spray with the hose. Like, it's trying to stand up, but I keep knocking it down. So hopefully it won't be too long before it comes up. Or, you know, experiment. Like the results, I'll more heavily seed it next time. Alright. I'm just going to back out of here. Give you a nice view of my green yard. Oh, don't mind the shaky camera. Nice and green. One day I'll make it to the dump, but I'm not even worried about it. Just excited to eat the food. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one hit wonder. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you.